Let us look at the world as it truly is, not as you've been told it is. We live in the age of cognitive warfare. Every time you open your phone, every time you watch the news, every time you interact with a digital platform, you are being harvested. Your attention, your emotions, and your beliefs are the raw materials for a global machine designed to make you predictable, compliant, and small. If you are poor, or even if you are just comfortably middle class, you are a data serf. You are a peasant in a digital feudalism. You consume the narratives that are fed to you by algorithms that don't care about your soul. They only care about your engagement. The Matrix is not a science fiction movie. It is the current state of the global information economy. The architect of fate knows that you cannot think clearly if you are breathing in the toxic smog of mass manipulation. We don't earn the millions to buy luxury. We earn the millions to build an infrastructure of reality. We want the wealth so we can afford to decouple from the narrative. When you have $50 million, you don't care about the latest outage on social media. You don't care about the manufactured outrage of the week. You have the resources to buy your own servers, your own land, and your own information networks. Wealth is the only way to buy back your cognitive liberty.
The non-materialist seeks wealth because they realize that truth is the most expensive commodity in the universe. If the good people, the sovereign people, are poor, then the truth will be whatever the highest bidder says it is. We get rich to fund the counter-offensive of reason. We earn the money to ensure that the flame of human intellect is not extinguished by the flood of digital lies. In America, we talk about free speech. But let us be honest, speech is only free if you can afford the consequences. If you have a job you can lose, a mortgage you have to pay, and a reputation you have to protect within the average world, you are not free to speak. You are a hostage of the social credit system. You filter your thoughts, you hide your beliefs, and you perform a version of yourself that is acceptable to the crowd. Wealth is the armor of the truth teller. We earn the hundreds of millions to reach the state of being uncancelable. When you own the building, when you own the company, when you own the land, and when you have enough liquid capital to survive a decade of being attacked, you finally gain the right to be honest. The non-materialist buys the high life to create a sanctuary of integrity. We buy the $10 million estate and the private jet, not to show off, but to create a mobile sovereign territory. We want to be able to host the thinkers, the rebels, and the visionaries who have been silenced by the machine. We want our dinner table to be the place where the forbidden truths are spoken and where the future is designed without the permission of the censors. Think about the high net worth retreats in the mountains of Idaho or the shores of Florida. These are not just vacations. They are strategic summits of the sovereign. We earn the money to buy the volume control of reality. If you have no money, your truth is a whisper in a hurricane. If you have $1 billion, your truth is the hurricane. We don't want the money for the luxury. We want the money for the leverage. We want to be the ones who decide which ideas survive and which ones die. Let's return to our obsession with the high-performance machine. Why do we drive the Ferrari? Why do we demand the Rolls-Royce? The critics say it's vanity. They are wrong. It is a signal. In a world of fakes, frauds, and wannabes, the high-performance machine is a proof of competence. It is a signifier that says to other sovereigns, I have mastered the material world. I have the discipline to win at the highest level. I am a person of value. The luxury asset is the universal language of the elite.
Let's return to our obsession with the high-performance machine. Why do we drive the Ferrari? Why do we demand the Rolls-Royce? The critics say it's vanity. They are wrong. It is a signal. In a world of fakes, frauds, and wannabes, the high-performance machine is a proof of competence. It is a signifier that says to other sovereigns, I have mastered the material world. I have the discipline to win at the highest level. I am a person of value. The luxury asset is the universal language of the elite. When you arrive in a V12 machine, you don't have to explain yourself. The machine explains you. It says that you pay attention to detail. It says that you understand the cost of excellence. It says that you are a person who refuses to settle for good enough. We buy the car to save time in the recognition phase. Let us speak of institutional sovereignty. Most of the institutions in our world, the universities, the media, the foundations, have been captured by the matrix. They are no longer seeking truth. They are seeking compliance. The architect of fate knows that you cannot reform a rotten institution from the inside. You must build the new one. This is why we seek massive wealth, not to donate to the old world, but to fund the new world.
We want to build the new academies where history is taught correctly. We want to fund the independent research that isn't beholden to corporate sponsors. We want to create the artistic foundations that celebrate beauty instead of shock value. Wealth is the semen of civilization. Without capital, ideas remain in the incorporeal realm. They have no body. They have no weight. But with capital, an idea becomes a building. It becomes a laboratory. It becomes a movement. The non-materialist seeks wealth to be the venture capitalist of the human spirit. We want to be the ones who find the hidden geniuses in the slums and give them the resources to change the world. We want to be the ones who protect the ancient wisdom and encode it into the blockchain so it can never be deleted. We buy the high life to stay in the state of mind where we can think institutionally. When you live in a small reality, you think about small bills. When you live in a grand reality, you think about grand eras. You are not just a person. You are a founding father or mother of the future. Your bank account is the treasury of a new nation.
In America, we are obsessed with convenience. But convenience is the sugar-coated poison of the modern world. Every free service you use is making you a slave. The GPS that tells you where to go, the AI that tells you what to think, the app that tells you what to buy, they are stripping you of your intuition. Wealth is the ability to be inconveniently sovereign. We'd earn the millions to buy the analog buffer. We want the house that isn't smart. We want the library of physical books that can't be remote edited by a tech company. We want the car that we actually drive, rather than the one that transmits our data to the cloud. We buy the $10 million sanctuary to create an information black hole. We want a place where our thoughts are private, our conversations are encrypted by the very walls we built, and our family is safe from the psychological probing of the algorithm. The average person is terrified of being disconnected. The architect is terrified of being tracked. We get rich to buy the luxury of mystery.
When you have the money, you don't need a LinkedIn profile. You don't need to post your life on Instagram. You don't need to check in anywhere. You move through the world like a sovereign entity, visible only to those you choose to see. This is the ultimate non-materialist flex, using the highest level of material success to become a ghost in the machine. You are the architect. You are the one who knows the back door out of the matrix.
And that back door is built of gold, stone, and silence. Now, let us address the moral question. Is it wrong to seek so much power and wealth? The architect answers, in a world of lions and sheep, it is a sin for the lion to pretend he is a sheep. If you have the capacity for greatness, and you choose to stay small because you want to be humble, you are not being humble, you are being cowardly. You are leaving the world in the hands of the greedy and the mercenary. Dominance is a responsibility. We seek to dominate our industries, to dominate our markets, and to dominate our environments, not to oppress, but to establish a high standard. When the good man is the most powerful man in the room, everyone in the room is safer. When the sovereign woman is the wealthiest woman in the room, every woman in the room is more inspired. We buy the luxury to act as a protective barrier. We want the world to know that the standards of excellence are guarded by people who cannot be bought. Stop apologizing for your ambition. Your ambition is the immune system of civilization. Without it, the viruses of mediocrity would have destroyed everything beautiful long ago. We earn the money to be the guardians of the gate. We decide who gets in and who stays out. We decide which values are rewarded and which ones are punished. This is the code of the vanguard. We don't ask for permission to lead. We lead because we have the material weight to make the world listen.